Welcome back to Kingdom Hearts. We were just in Hollow Bastion. What are we doing here in Wonderland? Well, we actually have something that we need to grab here. So I kind of did this a little bit of this off screen, but there's this little area here, and there's this painting, and there's an entrance that will open up to something really cool. So you can kind of do this whenever you have a chance to. And you have the proper Trinity, which is the White Trinity. Once you have the White Trinity, you can come back and do this. So as long as you've gotten to that point in Hollow Bastion, over here, we get the Lady Luck Keyblade. The Lady Luck Keyblade is an optional Keyblade, but it is a super good Keyblade. It was nerfed a little bit in the Final Mix version. They removed one power from the Keyblade, but other than that, everything else it had is the same. It gives 7 power, 8 in the original, and also gives you 2 extra MP, and also greatly enhances magic and summon power, and also is just decent physical attack too. So if you are a magic user, this is going to be one of the best Keyblades in the game, and probably one of the best Keyblades you'll have for quite some time. I don't think there's anything really in particular that sticks out as a magic-based Keyblade that really does this better. But I'm going to stick to the Olympia Keyblade because the Olympia Keyblade is going to be more important for some of the stuff we're going to be coming up across soon. But we're back in Hollow Bastion. We got to go to the library.
Oh boy.
Books.
I think I did mention that we were going to be going to the library in this part last time. So we have to put books back on the shelves, and these shelves will just magically move because I guess these shelves can just do that. Yeah, spoiler alert, by the way, if you didn't notice, that little table that had the underside with the staircase, that was the location that cutscene where the old lady was talking to a young Kairi takes place in.
Huh.
Why was Kairi in Hollow Bastion?
Tell me.
I cannot yet.
Coward.
There's these things here that you can spin them, and it's kind of random, but you can kind of stop them at a certain point, and if you time it right, you'll get a chest. A couple of them you need to actually do so you can put all of the bookshelves in the right spot, all the books back in the right bookshelves, but some of them are just extra items. But I would still recommend trying to take a little bit of time and trying to get all the chests from those little rotating door things. But yeah, there's I want to say 6 or 7 different sets of bookshelves. Some of them have 1 missing book, some of them have 2 missing books. They stick out kind of like a sore thumb though, so as long as you look, you'll see that they're slightly more colorful and together than the rest of the book textures on the shelves. And getting all the bookshelves put back together, all the bookshelves put back together in the proper way will also give us access to another part of Hollow Bastion's castle that you wouldn't be able to access otherwise. It's not completely mandatory, but
Is it where they store the weed?
but I believe we do have to do some level of putting books back because it will. So I didn't mention this, but in the main hall, and it won't really be super apparent until I actually go over to the door, because you're supposed to go to the door at the end of the main hall and then find out that you have to do this. But because I've already got experience, I'm just going to it beforehand. Oh yeah, you can move this bookshelf and hit this button, and then that unlocks this door. So that's basically all you really have to do here, but there's some more stuff that you can get if you continue putting books away. But yeah, so in the main hall, there's a door that you have to open. There's 4 pieces that you have to collect, and you have to do these puzzles in order to get those pieces. The 4 pieces will like form the Heartless emblem. If you've seen if you recognize what it looks like, it's on like pretty much most of the Heartless that aren't like shadows and stuff like that. So we have to collect the pieces that will form that. I definitely recommend saving here because it's going to be like one of the last chances, or one of the last areas we'll be able to save until.
Ever?
Well, no, for this world. It's like one of the only real convenient areas we have to save until we get past a certain point. There's candles here. If we light all the candles, we'll actually be able to get one of those 4 pieces. There's also these statues, and they want you to do certain things, and if you do certain things, they'll be like, oh, I'm happy now, and then they'll like spit shit out.
Bleh.
So that was one of the pieces. You get another one for getting all of the candles lit. There's also another one that you have to use like thunder magic on something. Like, it'll all be done in this part. We're actually going to be collecting all of the pieces pretty quickly. I accidentally paused my video. We're like, what, 6:23, 6:25 or something like that?
Yeah, pretty much. Exactly right.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I was like a couple seconds behind. Putting all of the candles will actually unlight the fire that's in the center. If we do a trinity here, we can knock over this statue, and there's another piece. So we already know where we already know where 3 of the pieces are.
Oh, so we're done, basically.
And then the last one, it should be right here if we use thunder right here.
If we
That'll unlock
electrocute
this
Donald.
one. So we can get this one. There's the 2 down there that we can get. We have this platform now that can take us here. This actually wants to be pushed, but I'm pushing it the wrong way. Maybe if I try pushing it the other way. There we go. Hey, we got there. And there's a treasure chest over there that appears that should have the 4th piece for us. So basically we just have to collect that piece that came out, this other piece that came out, go up and grab the chest over in the far end here. You can see over there in the distance there's that door that looks kind of weird that has all of the holes for this piece that we need. Yay, we did it. We already got all 4 pieces.
Alright, we're done with the game. Good
For
job,
a first
folks.
time player, it can actually be like a little bit weird. Like the game does not tell you that you have to do all these things, so you kind of gotta like figure it out. But if you go in the library for long enough, it'll kind of like allude to it. But if we open this up, there's a cutscene.
Why?
It was mine.
Mine.
The heart that is strong and true shall win the Keyblade.
What? You're saying my heart's
Yes.
bigger than his?
For that instant it was. However,
You can become stronger. You'll start by getting rid of those awful pants.
fear and step through the door to
For the love of God, you
Cut
look
your
like
hair, damn it.
you look like MC Hammer.
plunge deeper into
I mean,
the darkness.
a lot of the characters in this game with their baggy pants look like that.
Yeah,
But
they
Riku
all look
especially.
stupid.
It's really quite simple. Open yourself to the darkness. That is all. Let your heart, your being.
Oh, this is the part where he
become
becomes Darth
darkness
Vader. Which is a joke we're allowed to make because Star Wars is owned by Disney.
Anyway, oh yeah, I haven't mentioned this, but at this point in the game, you should hopefully be like well over level 40, because we're getting to a point where there's going to be a huge difficulty spike. There's a Trinity list there I just brought up that actually, unfortunately, does not tell us where all of those Trinities are. They just tell us how many there are. I should mention, because I didn't actually get to talk about them, there are quite a few new enemies in this world. So on top of those dark ball things that were like flailing around that we fought in one of the parts, and then we have these defenders that have shields, and they're basically like the large body or the fat bandits of the previous worlds, where you can't really attack them from the front, you have to attack them from the behind. They can do fire and ice magic through their shields. There's also wizards, and the wizards are immune to pretty much all forms of magic and will only be damaged by physical attacks, but you also have to watch out because a couple of the things that they do can also make themselves impervious to damage for a short time. Those are the three main enemies, and then a little bit later we're going to be popping up, we're going to be seeing wyverns, and wyverns are basically these like
Dragons.
two-legged, they're like these two-legged winged heartless that will like try to kick you a lot. And they also like to try to fly into you. They kind of have some erratic movement, but they're pretty easy to dispatch if you have thunder magic. I think gravity magic is pretty helpful, and I mean just a good old-fashioned whack them in the face if they're not above anything dangerous or above a bottomless pit should be fine as well. Now that we've actually been able to hear it for a little bit, and I've actually been able to fight things to the music, I have to say I really like. I said it once, but I have to say this is probably my favorite of the battle themes in the game. That's like not a boss theme. I really like Hollow Bastion's music, especially the battle theme.
Are you telling me you don't like listening to Under the Sea?
Not
Under the Sea.
Not for a prolonged period of time, no.
Huh. Huh.
So that whole area that we were at was actually pretty optional. You don't actually have to go down there, but it is a way to get back down to the dungeon area so that you can do the Blue Trinity that you'll have definitely missed because of only having Beast earlier. You can turn this on and off to switch it to the upper and lower levels. We actually want to go up.
Speaking of Beast, when is our party gonna rejoin to be whole again? Because we're still missing our most important member.
Fair. There's gonna be these treasure chests that are that are like on little platforms. All you have to do in order to bring them down is just use gravity magic. Stupid me, when I was younger, I had no fucking clue what to do. So I just kind of left a lot of those treasure chests alone, but it turns out that it's actually pretty simple. There's the wyverns. They're doing weird shit down there. I don't want to follow them. I don't want to follow you. This is probably like the worst part for them to pop up too, because like if they decide they want to hover a little bit out of range, then like you can't really do physical attacks. You're just gonna end up having to backtrack all the way back up here, and backtracking in this world is a pain in the ass.
Pain in the dick.
Let's go over here. I want this treasure chest.
See ya.
Yay, Dalmatians. So, there's also a treasure chest all the way over there on the right and left if you want to glide to them. I actually never noticed when I first played this game that there was a chest over here. That's my first time ever getting that chest.
Neat.
This world does have plenty of treasure if you're willing to explore it, thankfully. Because, I mean, this place is kind of big. Thank God for Glide. I really don't want to have to redo all of this.
It'd be really funny if you fell.
No. No, wouldn't.
I mean, I would laugh.
Alright, that platform takes us up here, and now there's a big platform. This will take us over
big
here,
boy.
and we actually will slowly but surely move towards a destination. And...
His name's not Shirley. His name is Frank.
Oh. Okay.
Don't you ever badmouth this platform ever again.
Well, Frank is going to take us to this next area, but in order for us to actually go there, we're going to have to fight these enemies. This is scripted. There is actually no way to avoid this. You just have to fight them real quick.
I mean, Sora could just stand there and let Donald and Goofy take care of it.
Yeah, but how reliable is that really? At least we got a shiny crystal out of it. And then you just touch
Fine.
this, and then it keeps going. How was you guys' day?
I spent half of it in the car, so...
Nice.
It was awful. I had to work.
Ew. Not nice.
I had a really nice cod sandwich.
Nice.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, there's a Trinity over here. I mostly am using Donald and Goofy so I can get some of the Trinities, because, like I said, backtracking in this world is a bitch. I would love to use Beast, but there's just a few things that, if you don't have Donald and Goofy with you, you have to go out of your way to go all the way back to get them, so...
Alright,
For-
right before the boss, we're gonna use Beast.
You know, I think I meant to change Beast in for the boss fight, and I don't think I remember
done
to
with
actually
this
do
Let's
it, so I'm pretty sure I don't actually have him. I'm sorry. Alright, well, I guess since Landon's not here, I guess we're gonna have to have Justin come and join us.
Good luck with that. If you think I protest with this Let's Play, oh boy.
All he has to do is sit there and say, "Oh," every so often.
I
It's
can
pretty
do that.
easy work for him.
He would refuse because he's a coward.
Oh.
Let's
Ooh.
go up these stairs.
Oh.
Landon, stop.
Get this chest over here. Another Orichalcum. You actually need to make sure that you grab a bunch of these Orichalcum because they're going to come into play later when we're doing synthesis stuff. We need a lot of Orichalcum.
Also, Landon, you said it wrong. It's... yeah, like that.
Well, I was just breathing in.
I mean, that's how he does
Trying
it.
to make a Justin sound.
That's pretty much a Justin sound, though. That's how he gasps.
The gasp sounds like he's got, like, the used, like, roll of toilet paper, just like the cardboard, and is, like, breathing in through that.
Sure.
Okay. I know what toilet paper is, so yeah.
I don't. What's that?
Ugh.
Oh, it's like, imagine, like, cardboard that you rub on your ass.
Ew. Why would you do
Thundara
that?
ring.
I don't know, but people do it.
Just buy a bidet. What are you, poor?
Yes, I am.
It's okay,
Oh, yeah.
me too.
So, the next thing that you have to do in order to proceed is there's going to be a couple of those, like, spiked switch things that we have to activate, and there's two. One of them I just activated, and then there's another one. And what these will do is they'll lower the platforms that are on the face of the Great Crest, which will actually allow us to, like, proceed to the next area. Thankfully, both of them are basically on your way there anyway, so as long as you don't, like, miss them and skip them and go on ahead without them, then you should be fine. These Dark Balls need to, like, calm the fuck down.
No way, it's Friday night. It's time to party.
It is Friday. No, it's Thursday night.
Well, when this goes up, it'll be Saturday.
Yeah. So we're both wrong.
Well, for them, it's Friday night. You know, maybe their work week is a little bit different than others. You know, they're about to hit the weekend for them.
So you're saying they're watching this 6 days late?
The enemies,
No,
Here,
like
I
my
should
work
know-
week is
Oh, okay. Yeah, no, never mind.
Yeah.
I understand.
So the enemies here give some decent experience, and I should mention that these enemies in the future will actually kind of permeate into other worlds, so you'll have an easy way of grinding. And speaking of that, this is actually going to be the point in the game where you're basically going to start seeing the after effects of your EXP curve choice from the beginning of the game. Because if you remember way back in part 1 when we were choosing the stuff we wanted to choose for our run-through of this game, there's 3 EXP curves, and level 40 is where you start seeing the differences shift, where if you had Dawn, it'll start taking longer to level up here. If you have Dusk, it'll start taking less time to level up now. And while you'll still have like a slight increase, it'll be less noticeable if you're doing midday, but it'll still be kind of noticeable. Although I did mention that if you wanted the best experience curve, if you're trying to do any of the post-game stuff or the end-game stuff, you need to definitely do Dusk, because from here on you're going to level up a lot faster. But if you are trying to just beat the game, it's pretty late in the game that you'll be level 40, honestly, so Dawn isn't too bad either if you're just trying to get a simple regular playthrough of the game done. Oh yeah, you can actually, like, alternate these 2 platforms as well, which we kind of need to do once or twice. Damn it, I wanted that.
How dare they?
I get really anxious when I'm fighting the Dark Balls right near an edge, because, like, those fuckers will fly around, and you don't know where they're going. Mega Elixir. That's a
We're
good
going to
item.
7-Eleven to get a big gulp.
That does something. That actually changes where one of the platforms at the lift stop will take you to.
Boy, this world is big.
Oh yeah, it's huge.
Their shields have faces.
Yeah, that's where they use.
Shields.
That's where they breathe fire from and use ice magic. Ow. Damn it, Donald! I could have done that myself.
What if you just played as Donald?
Yeah, what if you
Replace
could, like...
Sora with the Beast?
Shh, guys. Riku's talking to Maleficent.
Not yet.
Oh, good, you changed your pants.
So, I see the path has emerged at last.
Oh,
So
he
Riku's
fused.
super overcome by the darkness that guy was
Unlock it, and the Heartless will
helping
overrun
him
this world.
attain, I guess.
What do I care? The darkness holds no power over me. Rather, I will use its power to rule all worlds.
She is the
Such
darkness.
confidence.
Oh, he has his own keyblade
Oh,
of darkness.
God, his fucking, like, shirt, like, whatever, is, like... It has painted on abs like he's a fucking 6-year-old in a Superman costume.
Without her heart, she will never be able to release her power.
It also looks like he's made out of black
the
licorice.
king's fools are here.
Actually, I don't think that's actually a
Deal with them myself.
shirt so much that that's actually
You stay
the
here and guard the princesses.
like the darkness took over his body, and that's like the form it gave him.
That's
Wait, so he's
skin-
shirtless right now?
Yes.
Pretty sure.
Wow. That's fucked up.
I think YouTube needs to remove this from.
Anyway, in the next part, we have some epic fights to take place, but they take a little bit, so there's no way I was going to fit them in this part. So we will see you next time.